down to our last few elixirs. Oh, we were getting a bit low on the elixirs there, but we've made it out the cave. Now we can get to the last town and get to the inn, buy some more elixirs, stock up and all that good stuff before taking on the Dragon Slayer, because we've come such a long way. That cave was so huge, such an enormous dungeon to get through. Just like it was like the second game of the series that this game was clearly based on. You have a huge slog through that massive, painful long dungeon near the end. You just got to get through the world afterwards to get to the healing spot to save and heal, and you'll be perfectly fine from that point on. Yeah, there's the that's the town, right? That's the town before the bad guy's fortress. That's not the final dungeon at all. Although, well, there's nothing past this on the world map, so this is the final blooming dungeon, isn't it? Where's the healing sit? Where's the last town? Where's the inn? Where's the elixirs? Oh, here they are. They're through this secret passage. This leads to the secret healing town spot. No, it doesn't. It leads to a chest. Well, okay. At least we got one of those silly, not real at all, rumour-mongering rumours about the better equipment than what we already bought. Well, I guess they weren't just rumours, because that's it right there. The dragon armour. Oh, this is going to be... No, I didn't want to start the game again, you Berks. Oh, brother. Got to watch this intro again. But, although thinking about it, this does reveal an issue with the game. If you accidentally start from here or load the wrong file or whatever, there is no option to load the game from within the game or anything. You can't even go back to the title screen. The only way is to let someone slam you, which, I mean, at least this game is quite easy to get destroyed by something, so that's not an obstacle. What is an obstacle, though, is that it would appear as though, after walking all the way out of that town, through the desert into the cave, going through the 10 floors or whatever with that cave, the maze-like structure, we get out of it, walk away up north in the world map, and we have to go straight to the final dungeon. And there's no healing. Well, no, there's no way that we have to go back. No, we can't go back to town. We've come too far. We might not have that much supplies left, and we're exhausted and tired, but all we got to do is just beat a stupid human, and then the game will be over. Although, man, this gold Pegasus has given us one for our money. Look at the strength of this thing. Oh dear, this is not easy at all. Yeah, but then again, there's going to be some more secret equipment to find in this place, I'm sure. Through some more hidden walls, no doubt. We'll get our hands on that, and then we will truly be unstoppable. Even though these enemies are clobbering us in our current state, but nothing to worry about. A branched path. Sure, one of these will lead to a treasure. Which way do we go? Aha! Aha! Maybe this'll keep that human... Oh, I mean, we found the next thing. Aye. That's it. Right, now we'll take a bit less damage from stuff like the gold Pegasus. But we're going to run away from that anyway, because, yeah, like I'm going to fight anything here. I think I'm some kind of idiot or something, viewers. We're going to be fighting the final boss soon. We're going to need to hold on to all the health we can. Oh yes, the final boss of Warrior Dragon. But hopefully this boss won't be... Unlike the other two bosses we've had in the game, we're not going to have to stock up on the maximum possible potions and use all of them and beat him on the final hit. No, we're going to make do with this. I mean, the game made us go through all of that stuff to get to this point since that last town. There's no way the game would be so cruel. So cruel. So cruel as to make us have to go all the way back through that massive sprawling cave to buy healing items again, and then make us come all the way back here without using any of them. As much as this game has been quite mean and cruel, difficult so far, that is something that even this game would not even contemplate for 1 second putting the player through. So you can put your mind at ease, that's not going to happen. You're in denial, Mr. X. That is what's going to happen. You know that's what's going to happen. Bite the bullet already and go back. No, Phillip, I won't. This is going to have turned out fine. Look, there he is. There's the Dragon Slayer. Right, yeah. We've come far and we are going to win. We've come the furthest of all your foes, and there's a reason for that. It's because we had the power to slam you. Oh, so you're trying to play the guilt game, are you? You think that... Oh, so you're trying to play that card, huh? You think that you think your actions are justified? You think you're the righteous one? Well, no righteous person would genocide a whole race just to make their own feel a bit less afraid. You're the one in the wrong here. So yeah, we're going to take you down for all dragons. We are going to easily defeat you. I told you. No, he just took us by we hadn't used that weaken on him, that's it. We were just not quite prepared enough. We just got to splash that weaken potion on him, and that'll careen his attack power down to nothing. Or we could just join him and rule the world with him. Yeah. Oh, you're not going to let us do that? I kind of wish you would have. Honestly, I'd like this just to end here, but you're going to do this the hard way, human. Yeah, you think you're a good guy, but you're not. Just like every villain in every RPG ever made, almost. Well, yeah, pretty much. I do wonder, though, going back to the series that this game clearly was inspired by, the fourth one is rather striking to me, because if you ever play that, I think that might well be the first example of an RPG that did that. Everyone knows in RPGs that the bad guy thinks he's doing the right thing. He's got some kind of sympathetic side to him. Something sad happened. But the fourth game in the Not Warrior Dragon series, I do wonder if that was the first RPG that ever did that, or maybe even the first video game in general. I mean, it's not really very clearly portrayed or anything, but the bad guy in that basically is what you'd call tragic, kind of. Although the game also makes it pretty clear that he's a complete berk as well, but that he's a very amoral character. But, well, you play it, you'll see there is something. I don't know, I just find that interesting to think that, because the series this is based on is rather infamous for its tedious, long, constant levelling up, kind of like this. The pretty much lack of personality in the heroes most of the time, kind of like this. General lack of much of a story, kind of like this. But it's funny to me to think that from that series came one of the most well-known, used to this day, iconic RPG conventions of the tragic villain. Very, I don't know, things like that interest me. Point is, we are going to have to go all the way back through the cave and get elixirs and come back. But not before picking up the final secret weapon in the game, the last piece of equipment, the Dragon's Fire. Yeah, the Dragon's Flame. So wait, does that mean that he's not using his sword anymore? He's breathing fire? And that has got more attack than anything else in the game? Why couldn't he have just done that from the start? Oh no, wait, no. I think the sword itself is called the Dragon's Fire, which honestly just adds more questions than anything. Who built these swords? Were they made for dragons? Oh, I don't know. We never really got around the fact that he's supposed to be wearing armour, but that sprite does not look like he's wearing armour. Well. Which is another innovation that the series this was based on had over everything else, before or since practically. The very first game in the series, your hero, his sprite changes to reflect the equipment he's holding. You buy a sword, he's holding a sword. You buy a shield, he's holding a shield. there's the little touches like that series just seems to have always had, that everyone else sort of left in the dust. Old Final Fantasy. Is there a single game in that series where the character changes their appearance from the equipment? I mean, there might be, for all I know, but I suspect there actually isn't. And this, honestly, the series that this is based on always seem to be drawing the short straw when it comes to popularity. At least in the West. I understand that Japan can't get enough of it. I mean, they did get the 10th game in the series that came out a few years ago that I don't believe ever got released away from there. But, yeah. This series this was based on in Final Fantasy were well-known rivals in their day. Now they're just sort of... they're just there. Kind of like Sonic and Mario, really. That old RPG rivalry died along with the Sonic and Mario rivalry. Pretty much all video game rivalries bit the dust, really. I think. Didn't they? Are there any modern ones anyone could think of? Well, probably some somewhere. Whatever. Point is, we managed to make it back to town. That was a less than pleasant experience, but we've made it now, so quit complaining, Mr. X. Just buy all of these elixirs, and we better just make sure we do have a boost in the weekend, because they probably are going to tilt the balance in our favour. We need everything, we truly need everything we can do. We truly need everything we can get our claws on to take care of the Dragon Slayer. Once and for all, Dragonkind will be avenged. The injustices they've faced at the hands of humans in this game cannot be allowed to go on any further. And so they shall be resolved entirely, wholly and entirely, by walking into a castle and killing exactly one human. And killing one human. That will solve the entire problem. Okay, but I went all the way back through the cave, but in the middle of this cave going back, we discover a big thing. I managed to skip this room last time somehow, but it's the hero's father. He's alive! And he reveals that he never died or anything like you'd expect the hero's father to do. No, he's just been lost in this massive cave. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. The hero's father had been lost for years in the cave before the final dungeon. Well, it's nice to know the game's self-aware, because, yeah, you could get lost for years in this massive place where you can see 5 pixels to either side of you. But with that, viewers, we just reached the final level. Yeah, you can't go any higher than level 25. This is it, baby. Yeah, this is the max. The maximum levelage. So Davidson had better be prepared now, because he's got all the best equipment, he's got the best level, and he's got all his elixirs. And we're back to the Dragon Slayer's castle. We're going to walk menacingly and imposingly up to that throne room to meet with the Dragon Slayer himself. Aye, can you feel the tension in the air, viewers? Aye, aye. The tension mounts and mounts. Goblins, get lost. You weren't as scary ages ago into the game. But you, on the other hand, are. So, yeah. Boy. I think the fighter has 3 maces in his hand there. Bit much, mate. I mean, come on. No expert in combat or anything, weaponry, but 3 maces? Oh, brother, here we go. We're getting near him, that Dragon Slayer. What is Davidson's heart must be thumping right now. His biggest enemy. This guy's probably responsible for his mother, at least his mother, being slammed, because his father apparently survived by wandering through a cave all the time. What did his father actually do, anyway? Was I not paying attention at the start? Did he do anything of consequence? Maybe he saved some children somewhere. I don't know. Also, for that matter, why didn't I hear... Wait a minute, I just realised something. Davidson just left his father lost in that cave. He didn't take him out of it. Man, what a horrible son. Is this what all dragons do to their parents? Yes. Is there a problem with that? What, you just, like, leave them to rot in a cave? Well, it's their fault if they got there. We don't have these sentimental attachments like you. Sentimental attachment? Okay. This is it. Oh man. Oh man. We're literally as well prepared as we could possibly ever be. Oh man. We have to do this now or never. Full complement of elixirs. Well, we did use a couple of them getting here, but we really had to. Those enemies are merciless. Don't miss now, you idiot! Oh well, at least he missed as well. Oh, this is so tense. The fate of all dragons hangs in the balance. In the balance. Bash, bash. Slam. Steel. Swords. Hey, what's that image in the shield? Sort of fire. Oh, no. Oh, we just got a bit unlucky there to tell the... No, we got a bit unlucky there. Let's just try that again. He just hit us slightly harder than we were expecting that time. We did have some elixirs left. Yeah, let's determine the future, indeed. His cape looks a bit goofy though, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. I think it just sort of flops down there. I don't know. What's that on the left, anyway? Red circle thing. Oh, it must be one of those banners that were on the walls. Oh dear. This isn't looking so good. But we've come so far, gone through such hardships, all for this final radiator. Take him down, Davidson. For your father, who you left abandoned in the cave. The last elixir. The last elixir. This is it. This is... Oh, yeah! Oh, fantastic! We won! So what's the ending? Uh-huh. Yeah? To make war or peace with the humans is no longer a choice that has been made for us. Yeah, because the choice is, because now we can make the choice, and the choice is what? Well, we just killed the commander, so does that just mean they're going to war us even further? We can't avoid all-out war? Every day is someone's night. Each delight is others' plight. Darkness springs from every light, unless we summon wit and might, and fight for what is right. Huh. Very somber. That's a very, very touching poem there. A very somber mood in these credits. Oh, Snake Grunger designed the graphics and stuff, huh? So that's where that weird name came from. It was a person's name. And the programming and the music written by the Hornet. Well, there's apparently the Hornets made this music. So yeah, that's the ending of Warrior Dragon. In the end, the humans were just afraid of dragons. And so they went and tried to kill them, just like dragons used to go out slaughtering humans. Because they didn't like them. Seems in the end it's easy to justify violence and destruction through fear, but just because you think that'll make the problem go away, doesn't mean that's the right thing to do. I suppose that is the message that Warrior Dragon was trying to teach us all along. In 2000. Well. What did you make of that, Phillip? Phillip?
I guess we've got to put our differences aside. Learn to respect each other.
Aye, well, we've all made our mistakes, humans and dragons. But it's just like the poem said. We just gotta get over ourselves and do the right thing, no matter what. Even when you don't know what the right thing is, you gotta just keep trying to find out. Now, well, it looks like the game isn't going to let us get past the credits. The game isn't going to do anything from there. That's that. So, as ever with me, I'm going to show you the readme that came with this. Aye, there's a readme. There it is, telling us about instructions. A role-playing game. Find treasure and so on. By battling enemies you become stronger. Yes. Yep. Information about some handy hints below that. What? Hey, there we go, that's better. The game lets you save anywhere. Oh, What's that? If you are lost in a cave, do not overwrite your main save game. Yeah, good advice there. Maybe I should have followed that advice myself. Before finding out in a very difficult, unfortunate manner that I had to walk all the way back out of there with no hit points, with hardly any health left. Aye. And some release information. It's a free game, I told you, but you're not allowed to edit it and anything like that. So, it's understandable. What's this? Email at info@lumental.com. I have to find out. One last time. Let's see. Are you still around? Let's just type it in out. Type the whole thing out for old time's sake. This is how you would have done it in 2000, kids. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's still there. Oh, last update, 2003. Yeah. I think they might not be that terribly active in the games industry these days. But, well, there's Warrior Dragon. Yep. Turn-based RPG. Fulfill your father's legacy of getting stuck in a cave for 10 years. Well, I suppose we did fulfill that, and more. Well, we didn't let him down, I guess. Well, I suppose we kind of failed to fulfill that legacy, because we got out of the cave in less than 10 years. There's the support page, and well, they do have a game. Another game here, Cycles. Don't feel like buying that though. You got to pay for that one apparently. Oh, they reel you in with Warrior Dragon, and then there's links in. What on earth? There's a walkthrough for this plate. What the? There's a blooming walkthrough on RPG Shrines. Who made this? Who are you? Wow, somebody cared. Somebody cared. Maybe this is the walkthrough I was remembering earlier. I said that someone. This is the webpage, and somebody said that the music had been stolen. But here is a full-blown walkthrough of the game, just in case you were not aware of how to level up and buy armour. This walkthrough is here to help you through, and yep, right up to the end. And huh? That's charming. Huh, Phillip? What? No, Phillip. That wasn't directed at you. No, Phillip. That's just the generic message to the please. Oh, Phillip.
Now shall you deal with me, O Prince, and all the powers of